Good afternoon. It's Wednesday the 27th. 7th. Did you do that? Sometimes with a because with a TH you need to go not f. And I just did a f. Did you notice that? People watch this I swear, people watch this program just to wait for me to make a mistake. Oh my God, if I put the wrong date there that you've got at the bottom there, if I put the wrong date, oh Chris, it says Wednesday and it's actually Tuesday. Oh Chris, you say it says the 26th, it's actually the 27th. Or if I might even say the wrong date. Sometimes I say the wrong date. They're very quick. They pounce on you, dear. They pounce on you like an Australian huntsman spider. Have you been to Australia before? Oh my God, that is the most dangerous place in the world. God's sake, you're in Sydney High Street trying to do your shopping and crocodiles are walking through the middle of the road, dear. Very, very dangerous place, Australia. Don't go. Don't go. Yes. And yet, when you ask people to make a comment on something, there's nothing. You know, only looking for mistakes. Maybe I should do a show that is just mistakes. Would that kind of work better, do you think? rather than requesting people now and again to join in, I could do a show that is just all about mistakes. That might work better, mightn't it, eh? Well, I got up a bit later than I did usually. Got about 9:15 this morning because after I finished the show last night, I came back up here into a little mini television studio, and I'm working at the moment on the Christmas countdown. Now, I know that it's like, October, November. I know it's 3 months away, but it's quite a bit of work doing that Christmas countdown, and I'm getting on with that okay. I think I've done the last, and funnily enough, I've got to do the last bit first. So the countdown, the bit where you see all the flowers, okay, so that's the first bit, yeah? That bit I can't do, because what I want to do for the first bit of the Christmas countdown, which is about 2 minutes and 45 seconds long, I want to do the London Christmas lights. I want to go out with my outside, with the United Kingdom Talk outside broadcast unit, boys and girls, and we want to go out and film the Christmas lights. And Ronnie suggested, and it's a great suggestion actually, he suggested, why don't we hire an open top car one evening, and we can just he can drive me around and just film these lights. And I thought, what a blooming good idea, because I can sit in the back then properly with my tripod. It's all very well, a little bit like this sometimes when you're driving along. It might be better with the tripod, and then we can have that first 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I think it's about that. No, it's 3 minutes, isn't it? Is it 3 minutes? No, it's 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. The first 3 minutes will be Christmas lights, followed by the diamond that comes up, although it's a slightly different diamond. And, you've got 3 months to look forward to this now. 3 months. Oh, I wonder what's different about the diamond. You're wondering, aren't you? You're wondering what's different about the diamond. That bit in the middle, with the three diamond thing right at the beginning. That will look different as well. And then sort of Christmas, bits of the Christmas shows that have gone by over the years as the little pictures that are along the side. So I'm working on that at the moment. I've almost completed the last 2 minutes. I can't do the Christmas lights, obviously, until they get switched on in London, which is months away yet. Although, blimey, I mean, it does get earlier and earlier every year, doesn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if they go on halfway through November, to be honest. For me, I like it to be a couple of weeks before Christmas, but it does get longer and longer. I mean, years ago, you'd be watching BBC One, and their little Christmas ident, the bit that comes between the programme, you wouldn't see that till Christmas Eve, till sort of 5 o'clock Christmas Eve. Then it would come on, and instead of the globe, you'd have like robins going around, or little holly leaves or something. Now, it starts at the beginning of December. It just goes on and on. Christmas, maybe we just should have the whole year should be Christmas. Would you like that? I know the children's. I've already purchased one Christmas present. There's another one to be purchased next week, and I know what it is. It's my sister's Christmas present that I've found. I have located somewhere. Yes, and it's funny, I come across presents usually by accident. If I go out and look for something, no, I can't find it. You know, I was in a shop the other day. I'm just wondering, I like that jacket. I'm a bit like that. Whereas I go out looking for things and I find it more difficult. Do you? Is it Adam? Just a minute. I saw a little message flash up earlier. 1 second, let me read this. Adam, good morning, Adam, who says, do we get a 3 box of candy floss grapes if we phone in and say hi? We wouldn't get 3 boxes, no. You might a free box. Oh, come on. A 3? Number 3? You mean FREE? Come on, Adam, you're better than that, mate. Can we get a number 3 box of candy floss grapes? You mean a free FREE? Don't you abbreviate that to the number 3. For God's sake, man, what's wrong with you? All these abbreviations, no one knows what anyone else is talking about now. Mind you, I was looking on the Periscope last night. And there were people on there, all in London, I have to say, and they were speaking with that stupid South London accent. Yeah, man, you know, all different colours, all different coloured people, all speaking with that stupid South London accent. I'm from South London. I don't talk like that, innit? It's not even so much what they say. It's the accent. I don't know what that accent is that seems to have appeared in South London over the last few years. If you ever fire up Periscope, which is a little bit like Facebook Live, but you don't post photos. It's all like people's live videos. Similar to this. No, nothing like this actually. Nothing like this. They tend to be people who just want are looking. They seem to be a lot of people in there looking for a hookup for the night, dear. God, I hope you don't think I'm doing that while I'm doing this. I'm not that easy. I'm not. God's sake. Anyway, they're all on there, and they're all sticking it in that, yeah, innit, man, yeah, and books in the last toilet, innit, man. I can't understand what they're saying. Periscope, yeah. Anyway, this show is also on Periscope, so greetings if you're watching the show on Periscope today. Let's say hello to some early adopters to the programme today. We have... Oh, do you know, I'm a bit warm in it. I'm going to turn on my air conditioner 1 minute. Let's put that on. Da-da-da! The tone, I don't know if you could hear that then, could you? It goes da-da-da, and it's the tone, always reminds me of the song. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. Da, 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 da. How am I supposed to live without you? Because that starts like that, doesn't it? Da, 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 da. How am I supposed to live without you? I think I should try that one. Would you like me to try that on the show live this afternoon? Shall we have a bit of a laugh? Shall I try that later? I might try that later. Hang on. How am I supposed... I might try and sing that for you near the end of the show, okay? We do anything here. No restrictions. It's not independent local radio. I've got a little light that comes on and says you can speak now for 15 seconds. Don't forget to say station 9 3 times and tell them the time and what the weather's going to be like. How boring is that? How boring is that? Who would want to be on independent local radio when you've got restrictions like that? No, come on the internet. Say whatever you like. Right, let's say hello to some people. Good afternoon, to Matthew Jopling. Greetings, Matthew, who, after an 8-year break, is now DJ extraordinaire again. Yay! He's doing, are you playing 70s? I know you're playing 80s. I think he's doing 70s and 80s nights at a place in Croydon, Reflex Bar. I think it's Reflex Bar in Croydon. Congratulations, Matt, on re-becoming a DJ. And that is to be commended. That is to be commended, because once you've been out of it for a couple of years as a DJ, extremely difficult to get back into it. You've really got to want to leave, or, you know, unfortunately lose all your jobs, which does happen sometimes. You know how it is. You know how it is in this job. You've got to really, when you leave DJing, you've got to really be sure that you don't want to do it again. Otherwise, you know, you try and get back in, virtually impossible. So congratulations on achieving that. Well done, Matt. DJ extraordinaire, Reflex, I think, in Croydon. You'll correct me if I'm wrong. Greetings to Mark Larney. Greetings, Mark. Hope you're well today. Matthew says, are you turning the Christmas lights on this year? I'll probably be asked. I would have thought, you know, as one of the UK's leading stars, now that the great Bruce Forsyth has died. As one of the country's leading stars, I am expecting to be asked, but I'm so busy all the time, Matthew. You know, I mean, what would you want to do? Turn the lights on in London's Regent Street, or go and host karaoke at the Camden Eye or Central Station? You see, that's the thing, isn't it? You know how much I love my jobs. We love our jobs. There's Adam. Adam's made an appearance there. What would you like for Christmas from me, my dear? I don't know, Adam. Any gift from you is highly appreciated. But don't think you've got to spend loads of money. Do not think. A lot of people think, oh, you know, I can't get, you know, I can't afford to spend more than £10 on, what's that just flashed up there? More than £10 on a gift. It doesn't matter. Any gift. A homemade gift is nice, Adam. Can you make something with your own creative little hands? Could you make something with your hands? That'd be nice. Because, joking aside, Adam, I don't think you've got children yet. There's nothing better than getting a present or a card as made from a child. It doesn't matter what it looks like or what's on it. That is just fantastic. The fact that they've sat there, oh, you know, what can I do for Uncle Chris? And they're making this, and it's just wonderful, wonderful. So make something with your hands and bring it in, all right? Greetings to Diane. Good afternoon, Diane. Adam the plumber's there with his hand down a U-bend somewhere. Greetings, Adam. Russ is there. Good afternoon, Russ. Kim Witt's there up in Lincolnshire. Greetings, Kim. Hello to Jason Darcy. Greetings, Jason, who is another DJ extraordinaire. Very, very busy. I do see your posts, Jason. I'm glad you're doing well. All right. Can I have some candy floss? You can have some candy floss grapes. When are you coming in? And I will make sure, assuming I've been able to get them, I'll bring them in. Are you coming to the? If you come to the quiz tonight, I'll bring some down for you. We got a quiz tonight, boys and girls. That is at, let's get the advert up. One moment, please. I'm hosting a quiz tonight. It's Wednesday night, so we got the quiz tonight. At the King's Head Theatre Pub, Upper Street, Islington. Starts at 8:30. Get there about 8 o'clock to get yourself a table, okay? Or, this time, right now, is a good time to ring and book a table. Book your table now. Book your table, and it'll all be ready for you when you get there at whatever time that is, 8 o'clock or whatever. So book your table now. That's where I am tonight, every Wednesday, quiz night at the King's Head Theatre Pub. And just to let you know, if you come tonight, you'll also meet Ray Reynolds. Okay, Ray Reynolds, who often writes into the... there it is there. He's there now. There you go. Ray is coming tonight with some of his friends. You'll be able to meet Peter, who does a show on Hospital Radio Basildon. Very, very popular, very intelligent man, knows all about music. Oh, he loves to talk about music. So Peter will be there tonight and Ray Reynolds will be there. Come along, you might win a £30 bar tab. Oh, yeah! A £30 bar tab. That's not bad, is it? How much does it cost you to play? Nothing. It's free. As long as you sit there, buy yourself a drink or two, buy one of our very, very well-priced sausage rolls at £3.20. For a sausage roll, but they're very nice. Very nice. They're just £3.20. I've got a little story about sausage rolls coming up in a minute. You can give me your comments on that. So if you come tonight, I've got some in the fridge at this moment, a whole, what's it called? A whole packet, a whole little plastic, punnet. Is it a punnet? A whole punnet of grapes will be yours for the eating. You and your girlfriend can sit there on a settee and shove bits in each other's mouths and think about me at the time. Isn't that a lovely thought, Adam? I thought it would be lovely. Yes. You can even get someone to peel the grapes for you, Adam. You do that, all right? Ray is indeed coming to the quiz of the week tonight at the King's Head Theatre Bar. Excellent. Hello to Matthew Taylor. Greetings, Matthew. I keep expecting to see you, Matthew, because I've started watching this programme, Paddington train station, and I think that's on the line that you work, isn't it? Are you not on the Paddington line? What is that? Great Western? I don't know what it is. It's all British Rail to me still. I could never understand all these different companies. But will you be on that programme at all, Matthew Taylor? He works on the trains. Mind the doors! Oh, they don't do that anymore, do they? Oh, I used to love that. Because I used to get a train, a tube train actually, from Putney Bridge Station to Fulham Broadway when I went to school. I used to go to the London Oratory School. Funnily enough, I know it's like 16, 26, 36, 46. I know it's like 38 years later, but that train that the the badly made bomb was on would have been that train I was on. Looking at the time, 8:20 in the morning, I would have been on that train actually. But nevertheless, I used to go on the train. I used to love it, and doors would open. Rattly old things they were. This train was packed. Oh my God, that 8:20 train was packed, and at the time you could smoke on the train, and the doors would open. And all this smoke would pour out. You'd get your... and then you'd squeeze onto this train. God knows how the doors ever close. And the doors would close. Mind the doors! And then there'd be this fast outtake of air. And off it would go. Oh, I used to love the trains, Matthew. They don't do that anymore, do they? You have to work the own doors. You have to push the button yourself. No guard. Push the button yourself. And if no one gets out, the doors don't even open. And you get more and more hot, don't you? Terrible. And I've been watching this programme, Paddington Train Station or something like that. It's on Channel 5 Colour. And... there was a bit in it on this week's show. I can't remember what day it's on. Well, I've written it down here somewhere to remind me. There we are. And they'd had to close Paddington Station because there was a fire. And honestly, people said, could you leave the station, please? And no one's moving. No one's moving. Anyway, they've got them out of the station eventually, and they've decided that the station isn't going to open again that night because of this fire. They've got some issue with fire or something on the station. This is when, not now. Don't. If you're going on a train now, that's fine. I'm not talking about now. Oh God, someone will be texting. Oh, is there a problem at Paddington Station? Because people don't listen. They don't hear the whole story. Do they hear the bit that they want to hear? And then start talking about it, don't they? Oh, did he say Paddington Train Station? No, I'm talking about the TV programme. This has been filmed months ago. Months ago, dear. Anyway, they get them all outside the station eventually. They've decided not to open the train station for whatever reason this is. So you'll have to go home now. I'm afraid it's not home. No one's moving. They're just standing there like lemons. You know, there could be a very large nuclear bomb planted in Paddington Station. But all these people are just... I think we'll just wait a little bit longer, see what happens. Yeah, you'll probably be blown up, love. Go home. You have to get bus or taxi. I know it's inconvenient, but what else can you do? Or start walking. Of course, if you're in Reading, that might take you some time from Paddington Station. But you'll get there eventually, lovey. You get there eventually. You know, start walking now. The sooner you start, the sooner you get there. It's a bit like that, isn't it? But they're just standing there like lemons, these people. People are telling them to go home. And it reminded me, often I've been in places and the fire alarm goes off. And no one moves. Oh, is that the fire alarm? You know, it's happened in the swimming pool. Now, I know in our swimming pool, I belong to the Living Well, which is part of Hilton Hotel. I belong to that swimming pool just up the road. There's a gym and all that, which is closed next week, incidentally. The swimming pool's closed next week. They're having a new heating system put in. There's nothing wrong with the old one. It seems warm enough to me, but apparently it's 25 years old and it keeps breaking down. It's costing them a lot of money. So they're having this new heating system put in. So the thing's closed for a week. No swimming, I said to Trevor, he runs the place up the road. I said, I don't know what to do. He said, well, why don't you try the gym? I said, I don't know. He said, look, I'll give you one of the boys for a couple of days. And I thought, oh, yes, please. You know, hello, yeah, I'm in. Oh, for training. Oh, right, okay then. He said, put one of the boys with you, show you a few bits and pieces to do. And he said, you can do that for a week. Better than sitting at home doing nothing. But, you know, I've tried this gym 3 or 4 times and it just bores me to tears. Lifting up bits of metal and all that. Oh, God. I mean, I don't know why I don't get bored in a swimming pool, because I go up and down there a few times. You know, about 60. I do 60 in there, 60 legs. And I don't get bored doing that, but I get so bored in the gym. I really do. Funny, really, isn't it? Huh? Anyway, so sometimes, or I could go to the Living Well in Wokingham, which is at St Anne's Hilton place there. But the changing rooms are disgusting. Although at least they were the last time I went. I wrote a letter of complaint. I wrote a letter of complaint last time. Nothing was done. They just sent me a 50 quid voucher, a $50 voucher. That was it. Thanks for your complaint. Sorry, nothing's been done. Here's $50. Can't you just fix it? I mean, how many people must complain? Clearly not enough. It is filthy in there. Absolutely disgusting. But maybe they've cleaned it out. Maybe I'll try that next week. The only thing is, with the swimming pool there, it's very shallow at one end and it's very deep at the other end. It's so shallow that if you're swimming and you turn around without stopping and physically turning around, you bang your knees on the floor. That's how shallow that one is. Anyway, so when these fire alarms go off, when they test it I think it's Monday morning at 11:30. I think they do it twice a week, Monday and Friday mornings at 11:30. So this alarm goes off. And I know what it is. But people who haven't been there before, they're like, oh, is that the fire alarm? Loud bell ringing, red light flashing. Oh, is that the fire alarm? What's that? Is that, what else could that be? Meanwhile, the entire building is burning down. They're still sitting there. Oh, we're just finish off our swimming and then we'll go. It's all a bit like that. It's very half-hearted. And it's the same in some of the bars I've worked in. Fire alarm goes off. Everyone just stands there, including me. We just stand there. Oh, is that? Oh, fire alarm's gone off. I wonder what that means. Oh, what do we do now? What do we? And no one. We know what to do. We know. Get out. But we don't. The worst example I can tell you of that is when I was staying in a hotel in Las Vegas, the Flamingo, which is probably the cheapest. That is like if you stayed at the Savoy in London or Pontin's Holiday Camp, Flamingo's hotel is Pontin's Holiday Camp. It's a bit like that. It's a bit worn and run down, but it's dirt cheap. And I remember being in bed there, and it was 3 o'clock in the morning. My mate's in the bed next to me, and this alarm went off, and it says, "Please leave your room now. Please," coming across the speakers. We're just laying there listening to it. Do you think we should get up? No, they're probably just testing it. Oh, well, how do you know? Well, it'll be all right. I turned over and went back to sleep. No one does anything when a fire alarm goes off. Presumably the fire authorities know all this. That must happen so often that nothing happens when a fire alarm, except, of course, the staff, who I suppose would be running up and downstairs trying to get people out because they haven't done anything. They're just sitting there listening to this bell going off. Funny, really, isn't it, how that is? And it was the same at that Paddington Station where I don't know if Matt works on that line or not. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew, who's just taken over DJing in Croydon, says it's 70s, 80s and 90s. Oh, it's London Reflex. Well, where is that then? Is that not in Croydon, London Reflex? Good afternoon to Tim Pardington, karaoke man extraordinaire. Belated good afternoon. Have I missed much? Of course you have, Tim. There's a 5-minute countdown. How can you come in late, dear? How do you manage that? I've given you 5 minutes. Would you want a 15-minute countdown or an hour countdown? I could start the countdown at sort of, an hour before the show. So, it's on in an hour. I'll come back in a bit. But you'd still forget, wouldn't you? I mean, 5 minutes, to be honest, is pushing it anyway. Some people, why have you got a 5-minute countdown, they go. Well, so that people like Tim aren't late, except they are still late. Tim's updating his karaoke groups. Oh, that's all. That's interesting. We'll see how that goes then. Maybe that attracts more attention. I hope so for you. Tim runs several karaoke groups. His main one, I think, is KaraokeSeven, and you can have a look at that. Tells you all the karaoke's going on in London and around London, all right, if you're ever interested. Good afternoon to Nathan. Good afternoon, Nathan. Good afternoon to Irish Mary. Did you find your glasses, Mary? Mary lost her glasses on Sunday night at the Camden Eye, didn't you, darling? And I did have a look around in the DJ box after, and I have found them. And for £25, you can have them back, darling. We're all on the make, dear. We're all on the make. Greetings to nephew Gary Butler, who's just been on holiday. Nice little caravan holiday at the Wild Duck in Norfolk, a haven holiday place where I have been. It's a lovely place there. Greetings, Gary. Adam says he likes 70s and 80s. Best music ever in Croydon Central. Might pop along. Yeah, reflexing. I'm sure it's reflexing Croydon. He says London, though. So I'm not sure. We'll wait for him to come back for us on that. Okay. But Mary, why don't you come along to the quiz tonight? You could bring your own little team there. You could go against Ray and his team. Could be you and Maureen. Is Simon still with you? Simon Keane came down from Stoke the other day. I thought you were both going to turn up on Monday night, actually, unless you were doing other things. Sorry that we weren't as interesting as whatever else you were doing. That's the way it is. Adam, $4.70 a pint. It's blooming Islington, innit? What do you expect? Come on, get that money out of your pocket. You can't take it with you, can you? Stop being so tight. You can have a nice sausage roll as well. Only £3.20 for a sausage roll. £3.20. £3.20 for a sausage roll. Oh dear. Let's have a look there. There you go. Matthew says you should not. Right, look at Matthew Taylor. Have a look at his picture. We should see him next week on the Paddington Great Western Paddington Station, which is on Channel 5 Colour. I think it's on. What's last night? I think it's either a Tuesday. I think it's on either a Tuesday or a Monday. We should see Matthew. I'm looking forward to that, Matt. Looking forward to that. Are you doing a song or anything like that? I think you should do. Yes, it's Great Western. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's have a look there. The Darkness have recorded a song in homage to the Southern Railway strike. If they really they're on permanent strike, aren't they? Southern Railways. I'm sure they'll lose their licence at some point, I reckon. Greetings, Mark. Belushi's London Bridge. Is it still open, dear? Is it? Oh, that was a job. I love that one, Mark. I love that place. Mark, who you see up there, Mark Lackey, he's the manager of the Camden Eye. Although I never see him. I mean, I don't know what you do, Mark. What do? You're never in there when I'm working. You've always given it to someone else to do, haven't you? Dear me. Mary reckons I'm not a gym bunny. It's boring going to gym, Mary. It's really, really boring. She says the weirdest fire alarm I've ever heard is while I was attached to the chemo drip and the fire alarm went off. The nurses ran round to all of us to tell us it was just a test. That happened to me. I was in Heatherwood Hospital having a burst appendix dealt with. And this fire alarm went off and everyone was walking past me. The surgeon, and this is in the hospital ward. I'd had the operation, but there was stuff going wrong. The surgeon, I was on my bed in the ward and he's working on my hole, which they put in the side of me to let fluid out. And the alarm went off and people are walking past. You're all right, Chris, we're just going outside. They're testing the fire alarm. Oh, okay. I'm still laying there and the surgeon's bent over me. They were all looking at my hole. They were looking at my hole in my stomach. It's very, very embarrassing. It really is. No, I didn't find your glasses at all, Mary. But if I did, like I say, they will be £25 for you to come and collect them from me. All right? A couple of you asking about my mate Ronnie. We did a show last night and he's not too well at the moment. He does suffer from, he seems to be suffering from quite a few illnesses at the moment. He's got a bad arm, which he's been in hospital for, and that's hurting him a lot. Apparently they straightened out the tendons in his arm, but now he has a lot of trouble moving it, so I don't know what's happening there. All right? But he's okay at the moment. He's okay. He's gone shopping today with his other half. Now, we were talking about sausage rolls earlier, which you can purchase at the King's Head Theatre Bar for only £3.20 for one. Or you can have 2 pork pies. I think you can have 2 pork pies for about £3.20. And they're this big. They're tiny. How do they get away with that? I don't know, dear. I'd take your own in, dear. Take your own in. In the Daily Mail this morning, and I don't know what you think about this. You might want to call in about this. There's a phone number. Lines are open. Operators are I've got a room full of operators standing by to take your calls today. 200 people are in the room next to me waiting for your phone call. 0208 144 3477 is my phone number. Listen to the story, though. Parents are fighting a school ban on sausage rolls and pork pies from lunchboxes. A primary school in Bradford, West Yorkshire, imposed the pastry ban to promote healthy eating, but the policy has faced a backlash. The school introduced its whole school food and drink policy at the start of the September term, and one parent claims the policy led to a sausage roll being taken from his son's packed lunch. Well, the teacher was probably hungry. I bet he had a great big packed lunch. Have you seen some of these packed lunches that the parents send their children off to school with? My God, they're bulging, boys and girls, bulging with badness. I used to be bulging with badness until I joined Slimming World. Incidentally, congratulations to Wendy Young, who recently joined Slimming World. She was half a stone lost last week. In 2 weeks, this week she's lost another 3 pounds. Congratulations. Slimming World works if you stick to it. Don't be telling people, and there is someone I know who will remain nameless, who goes to Slimming World and puts weight on. Oh, I don't know what, I can't understand why I'm putting weight on. Because you're eating too much, love. You're eating the wrong things. That's why. Oh, I'm sure I didn't have more than 10 packets of chocolate digestives. Well, there you go. You can only cheat yourself, can't you? What's the point in going to these things? And, I just have a bar of chocolate, but I won't tell anyone about it. No one's interested. It's you. How can you possibly go on a diet and then, I just have that bar of chocolate, but I won't tell anyone? They're not bothered. You're cheating yourself. You either want to do it or you don't, and it's hard. It's like giving up smoking, giving up chocolate, let me tell you this. Or cheese and onion crisps. Oh, I die for cheese. I haven't had a cheese and onion crisps now for 12 weeks, dear. Walker's has practically closed down because I'm not eating them anymore. The shelf in Waitrose where they used to have the cheese and onion crisps has been replaced by apples. How boring is that? Oh, not apples. Anyway, back to this thing. The school says it wants to ensure children eat well and wants to work with parents to achieve this. The policy, led by government guidelines, say pupils are encouraged to show their packed lunches to... Who's worded this? This is in the Daily Mail. Who has written this? I think they got the choice of words wrong here. I'll read it exactly as it is, okay? Pupils are encouraged to show their packed lunches to a member of the staff before and after they have eaten, especially in the foundation stage and key ones. I don't know what that is. What is that? Key 1 stuff. I've no idea what that is. Key stage 1, I don't know what that is, and states pork pies, sausage rolls, pepperoni sticks are high in salt and saturated fat. And of course, they're quite right. They're quite right. At Slimmers World, we can have so many sins per day. And I don't mind telling you, if I had 1 cheese and onion pasty in a day, that would be all my sins and more for the whole day. That's true. There's a lot of fat and salt. Certainly now that I cook all my own food, there's nothing comes out of a box other than corn steaks. I have corn steaks. So therefore, there is no salt added. There is no sugar added. There are no chemicals, no preservatives, no potassium this, sodium this. There are no chemicals at all in the food I have now, other than perhaps the insecticide that I haven't washed off properly when I've gone to eat the lovely Candy Frost grapes, which Adam is trying to get a box of. It goes on, desserts, cakes, biscuits and crisps. These foods are also high in saturated fat, sugar and salt. Too much of these foods can be harmful to health. If a pupil has more than one of these items in their lunchbox, they will be removed by staff and returned to the child at the end of the day. Well, what's the point of that? Oh, God, there's someone at the front door. Just a minute. This happens on every show now. Just a moment. Do you know, I think every show I do now, except the late night ones, seem to be someone coming to the door. These are my new wires. This will be of no interest to you at all. Here we are. One moment, please. Been having a trouble with some of the microphones, especially on Sunday. So I've ordered some more cables. There's one missing, actually. There should be another one here. Is that all right? Hang on a minute. What's that one there? We've got a white one, a red one, a blue one, and a yellow one. Such pretty colours. Once a microphone cable starts going a bit wrong, I don't muck about. I just order new ones there and then, and they arrive 2 days later. So that's good. There's my new microphone cables. Going back to the story, of course, you know, you take the food off the children, give it back to them at the end. Well, they're just going to eat it on the way home, aren't they? What's the point of that? Chuck it in the bin, dear. Chuck it in the bin. Squash, fizzy drinks and flavoured water, even if labelled sugar-free, no added sugar or reduced sugar, are also banned, and the policy sets out that they will be removed and given back at the end of the day if taken into school. This is in today's Daily Mail. One of the parents slammed the policy as ridiculous. This bloke described his son as a fussy eater and said, teachers are there to teach them. You send your kids to school to learn. Another parent said, I'm all for healthiness, but sometimes they can be picky eaters. I wish it was more relaxed. It's hard for us parents to who have picky children. So I don't know what you think about that. Perhaps you'd like to call in and let me know. The phone line is open. 020 8144 3477 is my local London number, which is open right now, gang. Okay, 020 8144 3477. There's also a Skype. If you've got Skype, you can Skype in, boys and girls. And my Skype in number is, all one word, United Kingdom Talk. Okay? Skype in on United Kingdom Talk. That's the Skype in there. Let's have a look here. Has anyone commented on that? Mary says, maybe I should try Slimming World. No, dear. Don't you go to Slimming World. The next time you walk over a drain, you'll fall down the little slots in the middle, won't you? Do be careful. Do be careful, my dear. Gosh. Adam has just swore. Just a moment. Removing the comment. Adam, do be careful, dear. I can. It's pointless you doing it. If you swear on there, then it'll be up there for about a couple of minutes and then it'll get removed, dear. Fortunately, I know it was an accident, so you will not be blocked on this occasion. We can't have my viewers, delicate little eyes seeing words like that appear on the screen, dear. God's sake, man. What is what? I should be having a word with your father next time I see him. He was in on Monday. There you go. Now, look, Matthew said, look. No, he isn't. He's not in Croydon. He's in the city near St. Paul's Cathedral. That's all right, Adam. You could pop in and see Matthew just after you've been to St. Paul's Cathedral to say a few prayers. Beg for forgiveness for swearing on my Facebook wall. You have a look at my Facebook wall, Adam, and see how much swearing there is on there. I.e., none. None. And another little tip for you, Adam. Not that you've ever done this, because I don't think you have. Okay? If you have a row with a partner of either sex, because I'm not quite sure which way you're going, to be honest, never put it online. Do not row online. It makes you look very foolish. Or if you've been dumped, I've just been dumped. Feeling a bit down. Does anyone want to take me out? You'll get no offers, dear. None. No, you must man up, boys and girls. We must fight. We gotta fight for this love. Is it time for me to sing yet? I might be doing that later, all right? Fire alarms there. So what do you reckon on the pork pies then? I don't know, really. I would tend to say that it's up to the parents, really, what food to put in there. But, of course, I can understand the schools. I mean, there's a lot of... I just say it as it is. There's a lot of fat kids in school now. And in later lives, it's going to do them no good at all. If you're really fat at like 25, 30 years old, this is bad news for when you get into your 40s and 50s. It really is. I was a bit overweight, certainly in my late 20s. And I sorted that out by about 32. And I was okay till I got to about 40, 48. Then I started piling it on. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So there we are. So in about 7 years, and it's gradually been going up, and it goes up and then down a bit, and then up and up and up, and then down a bit. And up. So that's why I did this Slimming World. And it took me, to be honest, years to lose it again. Years. But I do feel I've actually achieved where I want to be. But I did set a target of 12 stone, so I'm going to try and do that. Mark says, when I was 22, I was 25 stone. Wow. Wow. But you're not that old now, are you, Mark? You know, I don't care. And I think you'll find most people don't care what people look like. We don't care. You know, if you're 60 stone, doesn't matter. But what about your health? I worry about people's healths. There's a couple of people in my life, and I worry who are overweight, badly overweight actually, and I worry about their health in later years. There's a bloke actually who's just joined the gym up the road where I go to the swimming pool, and he's big. I mean, he's big. He's got he's only young. I look at him and I think, oh, you're about 32 years old, and he's got the stomach is like hanging right over, so where it kind of goes down your legs, sort of. How do I explain that? So if you've got your stomach here, and it goes in, and it's like hanging down like that, so it goes from side to side. And he's been at the gym now for about 4 or 5 weeks now, and he's getting on. I'm afraid nothing is instant. Nothing is instant. And there is another thing. There is another myth. And our lovely Linda, Queen of Slimming World, always tells us this. If you just do exercise, but don't do anything about your food intake, you won't lose the weight. You've got to do. You don't think you can go 2 hours at the gym and then, I'll be able to eat anything. I'll just go and have a chocolate cake, a large chocolate cake and 3 bags of chips. Don't work, mate. You've got to do something about the food as well, okay? Christina says kids here get free school lunches. So why do they need more tuck stuff? Oh, do they? Does everyone get a free school lunch then? I didn't know that. We used to have some wonderful meals at school. Oh, I went to London Oratory School in Fulham, and they cooked the food there. Oh, beautiful school dinners we had there. But there were I can't remember ever having chips. It was, you might have had that big vat of blooming mincemeat and gravy. You might have some of that, and like a thing of a potato and vegetables and stuff like that. And then a pudding would be, it could be sticky toffee pudding and custard. We didn't have pastries and cakes and stuff like that. We just didn't have that. It was all good cooked meals. But of course, a lot of the school meals are now cooked off plan, aren't they, so to speak? They do it somewhere else. Mark says, I'm a member of my gym, but never go as I feel worried what people think of me. Need to get in my pool. Well, they're all there for the same reason, Mark. They're there for the same reason. I can't believe you're the only larger bloke in there. Just go. Just go, mate. Just go. I don't know if the gym is right for you. A lot of people like the gym. A lot of people do. I just get so bored there. I like the swimming pool. But it's mainly losing the weight. I believe is mainly what you're eating, how much of it you're eating, and how you're cooking it. It's not so much the exercise, although of course that helps. Got to keep that old heart banging away in there, dear. I want to see you, Mark, in a year's time on the stage doing Fame, singing a song and doing the high kick dancing that they used to do in the TV series Fame. Now, what do you think of that, sir? Eh? That's a good idea for you. We'll do another story then, boys and girls. Where are we now? And this made me wonder, actually. Breaking news. Again, this is in the Daily Mail this morning. The Army's bomb squad has been called out. This story came up at midday today, a couple of hours ago. The Army's bomb squad has been called out after a coffee cup with microchips taped to it was spotted in a shopper's car park. An evacuation was launched after the suspicious cup was found near a branch of TK Maxx in Stevenage town centre by a member of the local council. Bomb disposal experts, officers from Hertfordshire Police and firefighters remain at the scene. Spokeswoman for the police says they were called at 9:15 to see this cup. There's no more on that story at the moment. Okay, but it's like a small coffee cup, just a small, normal small coffee cup, and I don't know anything about bombs or anything like that, and then got me to thinking, if this was full of whatever it is, Semtex, or I think you can make bombs out of household things, can't you? Like stuff what you can get from B&Q or Wix. I don't know how it works, but in a little cup like that, if that was a bomb, I mean, how much damage can a little thing like that actually do? Because you would see that and you're thinking, you might, I suppose, you might take a few steps back from it. But how far would you have to go from that little cup with the bomb in it to be safe? Don't know. My thoughts, I mean, it's like, you remember the tube train, that badly made bomb on the tube train a few weeks ago at Parsons Green? Okay, so the people were videoing it and the tube doors were closed and you could see this thing burning inside. And I mean, stupid people were standing right at the door of the train, which was closed, taking pictures and videos of this thing. And I'm thinking, do you really want to be that close to that? People are so stupid, aren't they? Would you have done that? I would have ran out that station as far away from it as possible. But I just wondered, with a small cup like that, how much damage can a small little cup of explosives do? As in the small one. Not the small, not the medium, not the large cup. The small, it's about the size of a small teacup that you'd get from Costa Coffee or Starbucks or something like that. I wonder how much damage something like that would actually do. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, we'll just close those phone lines up there. It doesn't bother me whether you call in. Oh, we've got one there. Christina's calling in. Look at that. She just called in at the end there. There we go. Let's fade her up. Good evening, Christine. Good afternoon, my darling, all right?
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Christina calling in from Portsmouth, the heart of the South.
Exactly.
We are very well. What you got for me today?
And full of sailors.
Hello, we are sailing. We are sailing.
No.
Oh,
I
Stewart.
sing in the military wives choir. That's one of the songs we have to sing sometimes.
Is it? Oh, were you really? Were you on the telly when they did that song a few years ago?
No, I just joined it a couple of years ago. I was on the BBC at Christmas time, Christmas Eve, with the National Lottery.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I didn't know that.
I even had my hair all done up and everything.
Oh, and you haven't bothered doing it.
Myself up with makeup and
you haven't bothered
made an effort.
And you haven't bothered doing your hair and makeup since, or what?
No. Normally, if it takes more than 5 minutes, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's something that happens to you when you get older. You're just like, can't be asked.
We just don't bother. You want to see me walking around town? Tracksuit bottoms and T-shirts. I was going up there today and I had this white. I look very chavvy with this white hoodie.
Come see the new Bracknell. I haven't been up there in ages, and I saw on TV they just opened up a new little shopping center.
Yeah, we've got
it
loads
looks all nice and glittery and everything.
Loads of new shops. There's a Phoenix. There's a Superdry. There's a expensive jewellery place. It's wonderful what they've done. Absolutely wonderful. I tell you what I was looking at last night. When I finished the show last night, I thought, I wonder what time if there's a late film on in Bracknell, in our new cinema. The latest film starts at like 9:15. That's the latest one. I thought, maybe they have a late one on Saturday. No. 9:15, 9:30 is the latest time that a film starts in Bracknell Town Centre. And you would have thought there'd be one at sort of 11 o'clock on a Saturday night, wouldn't you?
I think here at Ports, I think at Gunwharf, I think it's 10:30.
Yeah.
We did movie night last night, so
right. Okay.
I went and saw The Kingsman. It was okay.
Well, that's what I was looking at. I thought I'd go and see that tonight. We've got another cinema in Winnersh, But that's a car journey, and they had one starting now. I think the latest one was 10:20, which is a bit better. But I'm very surprised at our new cinema, and we've got an Odeon as well in Bracknell. There's an Odeon.
Yeah, I've been to the Odeon there in Bracknell before and stuff.
That's the old one, and there's the new Cineworld. But both of them, their latest film starts at like 9:20, 9:30. Which, for me, to be honest, is a bit early. I like to go and see something late at night. Then you watch that and you come back and have a cup of tea and go to bed, don't you?
Exactly. Well, then, of course, you can have your dinner beforehand and then, buy
that's what
popcorn.
I do. So you don't have to go and buy their overpriced popcorn and all that business. Go.
I was in the theater last night, and it was like so many people were just bringing in food constantly.
Yeah, you're allowed.
It's just...
Theatre or cinema, sorry.
Sorry, cinema.
Yeah, you're allowed to. You're allowed to. Believe it or not, I wrote to one of the cinemas about a year or so ago, and I said, why do you charge so much for your food? And in particular, it was the sweets in particular. Now, you can buy those big bags.
Yes, for £1.50 at the Tesco Express.
Yeah, sometimes a pound. Sometimes a pound, if the offer's on.
Yeah, sometimes a pound, yeah.
In the cinema,
We got the big bag. Anyway.
I've seen those bags of sweets in cinemas for £5.50. I kid you not.
Ridiculous.
And of course, no one's buying them. And I wrote to them about this. And do you know what the reply was? We do allow people to bring in their own food as long as it doesn't smell too much. I mean, what a stupid answer. So you're telling me to bring my own food in rather than buy it from you? I mean, how stupid.
I thought about making a little bag of carrot sticks or something, but then you don't really want to sit in the cinema crunching carrot sticks.
No, you don't. You don't.
People next to you might gonna go,
I think what it needs to happen in cinemas is that you need some sort of franchise to go in there, possibly Subway, something like that, and you can go there, buy your stuff, and then sit in there and munch it at a reasonable cost. But
or have little bags of grapes and bananas. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, candy floss grapes. I don't think Adam's coming tonight, so fortunately I'll be able to eat the grapes that he thinks he's going to get tonight.
Yes. Well, I hope Marcus will be happy and will stick with the gym and not care what other people think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
All
right, Christine.
Anyway, have a time and have a good day afternoon.
Lovely for you to call in this afternoon. Cheerio, okay. Christine.
Bye now.
Bye-bye now, darling. Oh, Christina. I've got Christian on there, and it's Christina. I must edit that at some point. I'll leave that up there. So there we are. No more phone calls today, boys and girls. Good afternoon to Ray B, who just joined us today. He's just woke up. Come on, Ray. Are you serious? 2:00 in the afternoon. You've just woken up. That's terrible. It's happy birthday today to Meatloaf. Meatloaf. Yes, you know the group. Well, it's a person, is it? You know, the big guy. Happy birthday, Meatloaf. 70 years old today. That's not bad. And he still gets to work, doesn't he? That's excellent news. Excellent news. Adam says the school dinners taste like rubber, they did, but the dessert was okay. I can't complain about our school dinners at all. We had wonderful meals at school. We really did. Hello to Duke's with us. Greetings, Duke. A big fan of the new Star Trek, which I mentioned yesterday. The new Star Trek is now available on Netflix. You've got the first 2 episodes. It looks like there's only 1 episode, but there is actually 2. Okay, so the first 2 episodes of the excellent new Star Trek series Discovery are now up on Netflix. Either subscribe or go around and watch it at someone's house, okay? Alrighty, let's do today's birthdays. And then time for me to go and have a little sleep before our quiz tonight. Don't forget, quiz time tonight, boys and girls. I'll remind you where that is just before we go today. Where's that gone now? One moment, please. Oh, that's strange. Why is that live one there and that one's up there? How strange and mysterious. Where's my birthday's gone? There we go. Birthday time, boys and girls. Happy birthday today to Simon Hampton. 46 years old today. He is the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Simon. Happy birthday today to the lovely Simon Potter. 34 years old today. Happy birthday to Sophie Mort. Happy birthday, Sophie. To Terry Turner. 32. Happy birthday, Terry. He does a lot on internet radio. I'm not quite sure what you're doing now. I haven't heard from you from some time now. Presumably you're on a radio station somewhere. So happy birthday to Terry Turner. Terry Turner. Max Lloyd Farmer is today 31 years old today. Happy birthday, Max. Mark Pavlika. My very, very good friend Mark. Happy birthday to you. Oh, wonderful times we had at the Black Cap, didn't we? And Sean Bolger from Talk Radio. He's not on there anymore. He was also on LBC, Talk Radio. Sean is actually the chap that I spoke to once and said, oh, you know, I'd like to do this on like proper radio or something like that. And he told me, you know, because of how I do this now, and like I've got a free reign, I do anything I like while I'm sitting there. You know, if you now went on like radio, independent local radio, there's so many rules and restrictions and timings and all this. He said you'd be very, very disillusioned. So that's why I never bothered trying. And that's the truth. And Sean's the person that told me all that. So happy birthday as well to you, Sean. Let us sing the song. Here we go again. Oh, and just a moment. There's another one. Paul Flowers. Happy birthday to Paul Flowers, who I haven't seen for ages now. It's got to be over a year now, Paul. Happy birthday to you as well, sir. I worked with Paul in several places. My particular fondest memories of working with you were at Dante's Inferno. We did have a laugh there, didn't we? Do you remember that time I got in late and I had to leave early in the morning to go and do a radio job? Oh dear, because I think 4 nights a week I used to sleep. He ran a pub and he had a spare room upstairs and he allowed me to stay there for about a month while I was doing this Freedom Radio thing. This is going back here at least 10 years now. And one night I got in late. And I left early in the morning. I hardly slept at all. So happy birthday to you as well, Paul. It doesn't say how old you are, but you've got to be at least 200 years old. So let's sing the song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Simon, Sophie, Terry, Max, Mark, Paul and Sean. Happy birthday to you. There we are, got all the names in. Gang, I know you're going to be disappointed, but I've decided against singing for you this afternoon. I'm not going to sing How Am I Supposed to. I was going to do it at the beginning of the show, but now I'm feeling the need of a cup of tea, so I'm going to disappear at this point. Just some final messages coming in. Hello to a very good friend, Moses, who does door work. Hello to Mark. And Ray has had a hard day yesterday. That's why he's got up so late. Kingsman is amazing. Yeah, I must go and see Kingsman before it finishes there. Tim hasn't seen Star Trek Discovery. Try and see it, Tim. It's really good. It's really, really very good, okay? All right, going to leave you there, boys and girls. Have a lovely day. Don't forget, it's our quiz night tonight. If you're in the Islington area, it's Wednesday night quiz night. Join me and our wonderful bar team at the King's Head Theatre Bar, 115 Upper Street in Islington. Starts at 8:30. All right? See you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio now.